Welcome to another episode of Behind the Studs, your home improvement and remodeling podcast, where the two most entertaining guys discuss the do's and don'ts in home construction and in the remodeling industry. Remember that you can nail it, paint it, or just tune into the show. How about that? Here are your hosts, Colin Shaw and Jimmy Driscoll.
Hello, Mr. Driscoll. How are you, sir?
Just
Great. Our apologies for the lack of audio.
lack of intelligence.
Yep, that would be completely on me. Why I run the board here. I really know why. So you get what you pay for.
Well, we're just cutting back on production.
Right. Yeah.
Don't look at my eating apple. Today's brought to you by Macintosh.
Ooh, it's a Macintosh.
Well, yeah, I just meant to pull it out. Macintosh.
That's a little. Mm-hmm. Wait, don't they make those bigger?
Yeah.
All right.
That's
all you needed? That's all you needed?
Yeah, it's a snack.
A little sugar rush.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. I had a donut today. I never eat donuts.
Well,
I needed coffee and a donut today.
Well, you know what? You deserved it, my friend.
Well, thank you.
Absolutely.
I've been slimming down.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, not me then.
Yeah.
Just you.
Just when you think you'll lose 10 pounds, you
Right.
turn around, there it is.
There it is.
Unbelievable.
It doesn't go too far away.
No.
So got my boy off to college.
When? Last week?
This past weekend we drove down.
And then you drove back.
North Carolina. So we drove about 10 and a half hours down. We made good time. We actually went, instead of 95, we did 81.
I was just going to say.
Yeah, went around the backside.
Good.
Because he's not like down by the shore, so he's inland, so it actually worked out well. But coming back,
Beautiful.
man, what a bitch. Yeah, we still went the same way. But
Traffic?
It took about 12 hours.
Because of traffic.
Traffic, yeah.
Really?
No matter where you go, there's traffic.
Forget it.
Yeah. So we went down. We left at like 4 o'clock in the morning on Friday, and we rolled in somewhere like around midnight on Sunday. Then back to work.
Here we are.
Here we are.
All right.
But happy for him. He's excited.
Good.
So, yeah. So we're wishing him luck, and he's got a lot of things to figure out down there. There's a lot going on, and
good for him.
Yeah, he's very sheltered here in Old Lyme. So,
I know.
So he's gonna get a good education real fast.
That's why it's so good to go away. Go away from home.
Absolutely, it's the best thing for him.
I love
He's
it.
going to do great.
Yeah,
he's going to do great.
It was good.
Yeah, I never went far enough away.
No,
I was still too close.
that's your problem.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I got a lot of problems, but we'll just say that's one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, this is Colin and Jimmy, and we've got issues.
Yeah, that's the next guest we should have on. Is a psychiatrist.
Show's going to be pretty long.
Ever help
and
us out with this?
And a lot of tissues.
My childhood.
I can't stand nuns.
Did you get beat by a couple?
Sister Mary disciplined with the steel ruler.
Yeah.
Beat me till I bleed and beat me for bleeding. Sister Ursula, Sister Elizabeth, Sister Dolores.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Those are the ones. Oh, my God.
Do they still get away with that nowadays?
No, you can't get
can't,
that
right?
anymore.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Private school? Who knows?
Yeah.
Well, it's worse than that, though. It's worse.
Yeah.
Private schools it's not about beating. It's about, if you look at the papers, a lot of it's about sex abuse right now.
Oh.
Like Fezzidan and stuff like that. New school, which is a boys' school. But we won't get into that. But anyway, you can't. You can't smack people around
Can't beat
anymore.
kids anymore.
No, you can't. It's not like the good old days.
No.
Like when your parents would drop me off and say, if he acts up, hit him. They gave permission for them to beat the snot out of me.
Yeah, I came home one day from 5th grade and had bruises all underneath my arm because the teacher would grab me by like on my arm and twist it. So I go home and I'm like, I got all these bruises on me. They're like, well, what'd you do? I'm
Right.
like, what do you mean, what did I do? She said, an adult. She hurt me. Nope. I had to do something. If the teacher did that, I had to do
do
something.
not have a ruler in my house.
You're a non-ruler house.
Oh.
Gotcha. You get
Flat
a little twitchy.
knuckles.
You get a little twitchy when you see one.
Yeah, I have not. No, I have not. Yeah.
Hands go in the pocket.
And I don't watch March of the Penguins because that reminds me of freaking. No, we'll watch
Oh, man.
freaking Penguins. All right, let's talk about the show.
Okay, let's talk
What do
about
I
the
get about
show.
in my past?
All right. What do you want to talk about the show?
All right, so we want to talk about. Let's talk about home improvement because that's what the show is about.
But isn't that boring?
At times it is, but but it's exciting when the wives go on HGTV, and then the husbands just say whatever she wants.
Right. Yeah.
Man, I just dealt with a customer last week. It wasn't to that effect, but again, I run into the same old adage where they just go, yeah, we want an addition here. We're going to blow this out here. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And I'm like, have you been to the town hall yet? Have you found where you can? You know, what your egress is? These are things that you need to know.
Yep.
You know, yeah, and we want to have a peaked roof. And I'm like, wow, there's your money right there. Mm-hmm. And then when I just tell them I said, look, I am not a framer, but I can just give you an idea right now what you want and how far you want to go. You're anywhere between $18,000 to $35,000, depending on what you want to do. That's the roof, the sheathing, the framing, and wherever you're going here.
Right. Well, I get that a lot too. I just actually was on an appointment today where a guy wants to do an addition. He's like, "What do you think?" I'm like, "What do I think?" I said, it depends on how big you want to make it. It depends on what's going to be inside of it. And it turns out it was going to be a blown out kitchen. He wanted to increase the whole size of his kitchen. I'm like, kitchen alone is like $35,000 to $40,000.
Yeah.
Now you add that to your addition cost. So I told him, I'm like, you got to plan anywhere between $150 to $250 a square foot for an addition, depending on what you want on the inside.
Yeah. Now these people have the old crank out jealousy windows, the glass windows, and she wants to save them, but the wood framing is all rotted out on them, and I'm like, And so you want to save these windows, and you want to put in a split air conditioning and heating.
Yeah.
There's no R value to this. Your heat's going to go right off these windows.
Yeah.
They don't make these anymore. I know, that's why I like them. Okay,
Well,
so make a sun porch and keep those and reframe that, and you know, think of something else. This is not energy savvy. It's not smart.
Right. Right. I mean, some of those windows just weren't meant to be what we need today.
No.
They didn't hold up, and they're single pane, and they need to be double pane, and But
well, I just dealt with another couple who are, and this is tough, and this is where that show we were talking about, the DIY doctors.
Yep.
And I'm watching them going back and forth, and they're trying to figure. Well, she's writing everything down, and he is basically pointing, and I want to do this, and I want to do that, and I want a fireplace here, and I want these windows with the transits, and I want this, and I want that. And I'm swimming. My head is just swimming. And she's like, no, we can't do that. Why can't we do that? But then we got the sun here. But we want this. But we want mostly windows. And I'm like, okay, I got a framer for you. He's coming in. Tell you what you can do. What's your code for your window?
Yep.
Which is Florida glass is like 22 inches.
You mean off of the floor?
Yeah.
Yeah, you need 22, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah. And nothing more than, I think, 44.
Okay.
It can't be any higher than that.
Okay.
For egress.
Right. So there we are. And then then they get into windows, and I'm like, well, what do you want for the windows? Vinyl? What do you want? You want metal clad on the outside, wood on the inside.
Yep.
Divided light.
Sure.
There's a whole list.
Yeah.
All these things you need to look at and find out what it is. Because you want. She's telling me, goes, I want windows all the way down. Okay.
Yeah.
How big are the windows?
Yeah.
You want all those windows there? Okay. Let's just go 8, 16, 24, 30. Let's go about $5,000 right there just on those windows.
Sure.
That's not even the install.
Right. Yeah. And all the trim work and siding and everything else. Yeah, there's a lot to it.
So why don't you get that really get an idea of what a window costs? There's showrooms like Harvey Window. You can go to Harvey Windows and see what you like in the windows. And I tell them,
right,
and I catch them too. I tell them, I say, listen, there are certain like on oh my god, I can't even think of it right now. Like if you're doing 6/6,
yep,
and it's not in glass, but it's glued on the outside, and glued on the inside,
or the snap-in ones or something.
Right.
Yep.
I am pushing customers away from the snap-ins.
Oh, absolutely.
Because they're terrible.
I
got them. They're terrible. They don't work.
Nope.
But I'm just saying, you need to know something is because how they silicone and they glue it, it's black on the inside. So when you see it from the other side, you will see the divided light, but you see the black silicone from that piece that they inserted, and that may bug you. So you need to know that.
Right. Yep.
And they catch it. So it's a bunch of things. Is when it comes to windows, it really is.
Oh, absolutely.
It's much more difficult than a door.
Yes.
You know.
Yep. Agreed.
And
Agreed.
Now that the tariffs are going up and down, and who knows where, the price is changing all the time.
All the time.
Yeah. Yep. I gotta buy a new construction window for a customer, and I can't even. I got the old quote. I'm like, you ain't gonna come close to this. Quote was 2 years ago.
Oh, forget it. Yeah.
Not even close.
And back then, I think there was no tax either because it was energy efficient.
Yeah.
But then state of Connecticut did away with that. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. So automatically they have to pay tax.
Right.
That they didn't have to pay 2 years ago.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, now they're doing, which thank God, the smartest thing they've done in a long time, taxing people for the bags, the plastic or the bags.
Yeah.
I've done that a long time ago.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's awesome.
Sure.
Yeah.
And we're not making any money off of it because everybody just got rid of them.
The bags?
Yeah. Yeah. Stop and Shop, Walmart, all these other ones, they're just getting rid of the bags. You don't have bags now. You have to get your own bags.
Right.
Right.
That's
So
beautiful.
So what happened to the revenue we're going to make off of it? Kind of backfired.
That's why we're in Connecticut.
Yep. Well, I just think it's funny. You remember, I don't know if we talked about this or not, but remember growing up, we had the paper bags.
Yeah.
That we put around our books and stuff, made like book jackets out
When
of
you
it
buy
stuff.
ice cream, you put it in a brown paper bag. It stays frozen.
Right. And then we had to get rid of them because we were killing trees. So then we went to plastic.
So we could kill each other.
Right. And
Awesome.
then plastic now has to be recycled. So we thought we were doing good again. But then now it turns out we're not doing good. So
I absolutely hate PVC molding. I hate PVC molding. I hate Trex.
Where did that go from?
Because you were talking plastic. Because I had to use plastic today. I had to rebuild a window with PVC.
All right.
And I freaking hate it.
Yeah.
And I hate it because it's forever and it doesn't break down and it ruins your tools and you can't get it off you, especially in the winter because it's the static electricity. You're just Frosty the Snowman.
Or if it's summertime and you're sweating,
Oh, my God.
it sticks to you too.
Oh, my God. You're PVC man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I am PVC man from Pasivia.
Pasivia.
That's like my buddy Mike when he was cut man. And he's covered in sawdust. Remember that?
Yeah,
One of the shows?
yeah.
I go, oh, look at this. I am Sawdust Man from Sawduster. Yeah, dude. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
And then I hurt myself today.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Using a
You showed me the
table
bruise,
saw.
so.
Yeah. Took
Yeah.
it right to the groin.
No,
Oh,
that's not what you showed me.
Well, close to the groin. Yeah. Below the belly button.
It was off to the right side of the belly button, but yeah.
It friggin' height.
I bet it did. Table saws are no joke.
You're supposed to keep on the table saw when you buy it. They have all these safety things that you're supposed to
And
do.
everybody takes
and
them
we
off.
rip them right off.
Yep.
Because you can't use it.
I know it is tough. That anti-kick.
Oh, the anti-kick thing, which is like those teeth.
Yep.
It's supposed to catch the board so it
Yep.
doesn't kick back.
Yep. Not a good invention.
But you're supposed to, and then you're supposed to have a stick to push it all the way through. And this,
Yes.
that, the other. No, we use our fingers. We're good.
Yeah, that's a tool that scares me.
Yeah, it
I-
should.
I pay attention when I'm working with
Yeah,
this.
well, I was paying attention. I was like, I'm not, I knew I was going to do it too. Oh, this is not going to go good. This is probably going to kick back at me. This is going to stop. Oh, my God. Jesus. And it did.
Yeah.
Because I wished it on
You
myself.
wished it. You put out that bad vibe.
Yeah,
You're supposed to put out positive.
I did. I just want to finish this.
You were positive that it was going to hit
I was
you.
positive, yeah. I know that I feel confident that this is going to hit me right below the belly button. And it did.
Yep.
Anyhow, this whole thing, I am seriously looking into the Ring doorbell now with the camera.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't need it up in New Hampshire because everybody's got cameras everywhere.
Really?
It's amazing. I'm in the epicenter of cameras. When I was having my trees taken out, my neighbor who lives in Florida was watching the whole thing.
Really?
And he kept on calling me, "Hey, Jimmy, look at I can't believe how they're taking these trees down, Jim. That's amazing. Look at the guy. He's taking it. Is he vaporing? He's vaporing while he's going up in a freaking crane. That's amazing." Yeah. I was just like, wow. So you can't break into my place. Well, I guess you could if you really, really wanted to. There's nothing to steal.
Yeah.
But there's just this cameras everywhere. So my buddy, my neighbor, this is great. He's got a camera that Oh, this is great. When you go down the road, because it's a little bit of a hill, and then you'll go out of the camera view, but he sees what kind of car goes down, and then goes up. So what I was thinking about was like dressing up like a Viking, and going down, and then coming back up and dressing like a clown and going back up the hill.
That'd be great.
So, and I know what I'm going to do. I know exactly what I'm going to do. Next time I'm going to work on a house, and if I got to work on like a roof or something, and the person tells me in the house that I'm working on, yeah, it's okay. My neighbor watches the house, so I'm always watching. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is, who's ever with me, I'm going to go buy freaking clown wigs, the feet, right, the nose, right, and we're going to go up on the guy's roof. So I just want to hear the conversation when he calls the neighbor and goes, hey, you got a couple clowns working on your roof. No, that's just Jimmy and the other. No, it's a couple of clowns working on your roof. How funny would that be?
And they're driving a Big Mac.
God.
Yeah.
I was just thinking of that the other day.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, boy. Yeah. So do you watch HGTV at all, or?
No, but I think I would like to be on that show.
Which one?
Whichever one we could be on.
Whichever one they're going to give us?
Yeah.
I think it would be a great show.
I think it would be freaking awesome.
Hopefully somebody's listening.
Well, yeah, they are. Listen, we got an old house out in Canterbury that we're going to be going to. It's getting built from the ground up again.
Nice.
Built in the 1700s. Previous homeowners stole everything out of the house on the foreclosure. The great Mike Campbell's supposed to come in. He restores old homes. He's in Maine right now.
Okay.
He's coming back in September, working on the roof, and then he's going to be working on these great barns and stuff like that. It's like it's on 16 acres.
Wow.
Really great. Oh, but we're supposed to have Brian Scobie today. Brian Scobie from Deck Savers, but
he's too busy saving decks.
He's too busy saving. He's Deck Saver, man. So he couldn't make it this week. So we'll get him on as soon as we can. He's just too busy for us.
Yeah.
He's too busy for the little people.
We have a bunch of people that our producer Marissa's been talking to that want to come on. So
we'll get some
people. We'll get some people up.
Give me some names.
I don't have them in front of me.
No?
No.
You just don't want to say.
Well, you don't want to disappoint everybody.
Right.
They're already disappointed that Brian didn't come in.
Really?
No.
Don't start lying. There'll be a couple clowns on your roof.
Wait till the phone start ringing after the show. Where is Brian?
So I got a perfect scenario for you.
Okay.
Tell me if this works for you.
All right, go ahead.
So you go to a steak restaurant. You go to a high-class steak restaurant, right?
All right.
You order a nice steak.
Yep.
And as you order the steak, they ask you, is there anything extra that you want with it? And you go, yeah, I'll take that Béarnaise sauce with it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Okay, fine. We'll give you that, the Béarnaise sauce, the little extra there, and this, that, the other thing. Your food comes out. You sit down, you eat the food. You're all done. They come over. Is there anything else? You go, no. They come over, and they give you the bill, and you say, I'm not going to pay for it. Exactly. Laugh at you. Why?
Uh-huh.
I didn't like it. But there's nothing left.
You ate the whole damn thing.
Yeah, but I don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So what would they do? They just pick you up and then throw you out of the restaurant. Or, wait for the authorities to come and arrest you.
Right.
Right. So let me ask you this, my friend.
Okay. Hit it.
Here we go.
Do it.
This just happened in front of me. You're an upstanding contractor.
Mm-hmm.
You're licensed, you're insured, you pay your bills. You've got great references.
Yep.
You show up on time. You get the job done on time.
Mm-hmm.
And you have gotten your first payment. You've done that second payment. It comes to the final payment with extras, which they've signed off on.
Yep.
Or they've agreed to.
Yep.
And they decide to not pay.
Correct.
So you decide, because whatever the side of how much money it is. So I'm going to give you a number. So say they owe you like $6,000 or $7,000. As a matter of fact, let me go a little further than this. I know a contractor who another guy was telling me about him.
Yep.
Owed over $30,000.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
And they went to court.
Mm-hmm.
And everything was documented.
Yep.
The homeowner said they didn't like the work. They won.
Jeez.
How does that work?
I don't know.
All right. So for all you scumbag contractors out there,
Yep.
we're going to find you and knock you out because you are the ones who make it hard for us.
Yep.
You take advantage of old people, you take advantage of divorced women, and you're freaking scumbags.
Yep.
And it's because of that we suffer.
Of course. I mean,
You know?
contractors have a horrible name.
With a lowest paid,
Yep.
right? Mm-hmm. When it comes to an electrician or a plumber, they just freaking do it. But when it comes to us,
We're second guess.
we're second guess,
Yep.
this, that, the other thing.
Yep.
You know, and it's like it's an emotional. And I'm talking about the contractors besides myself and the guys who I meet with and have coffee and this, that, the other thing. It is an emotional job.
Yep.
It's not just nailing boards together and going in there.
Mm-hmm.
We got to gain the trust of the client, the customer, the relationship that we have with the building supply people.
Yep.
We run around, we lose sleep, we try to make everything right.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's some out there that just decide to take advantage of us and decide not to pay.
Right.
Right? Once bitten, twice shy. Okay, I understand. And this, I was witness to this. A customer who had been ripped off by 3 contractors.
Mm-hmm.
So it came to the 4th contractor, and the 4th contractor did the job, but there was not enough money left over in the original quote to finish the very last phase of the job.
Ugh.
So what happened? The homeowner got spooked and wouldn't pay for the last section of the work.
Awesome. Even though it was done.
Yes.
Yeah.
But he's saying you don't have enough money to finish the other half. Well, that's not the point.
Yeah, that's not the point.
This is done. We'll work something out. And when you get more money or whatever, I made a mistake. He never got the money. Sent the lawyer out and everything else. Nothing happened.
Yep. I mean, unless you want to, there's a couple of avenues to take, and one of them is a mechanic's lien on the house, whatever that's worth, and then the other thing is take them to court.
But how long is a mechanic's thing good for? A year?
A year.
And then when are you going to reapply or no good?
There's in the state of Connecticut, there's some things you can do. I think there's I don't know the legalities of this, and people can check it out and verify it. But I know there's something about you can push for a foreclosure on the house to get paid. So that's one thing you could do, but it's expensive and time consuming, and it depends on how far you want to take it. And I've only luckily had to bring one subcontractor to court once who did a poor job on something, wouldn't come back to fix it. So I ended up having to pay another guy the exact same amount of money to fix it and do it right. So I took him to small claims court. He never showed up for the hearing, nothing. And the judge said, okay, $35 a month until it's paid off. $35 a month. I can tell you, he never got to the point. It was $6,000.
He never paid you the first $35.
No, he paid me up to like about a couple $100, and then that was it. And what am I going to do? Bring him back to court? It's like you rule in my favor, and then you say $35 a month. I mean, how am I supposed to catch up?
We
on
don't
that?
really get any really representation for being a good guy. I mean, we're out there, and it's freaking scary.
It is, and and you and I have talked about this. I've talked about it with electricians, plumbers, everybody else. The culture has changed. It is different now. People are a little bit less likely to pay. They're not necessarily as nice as they once used to be.
No, they're not.
I mean, it's really changed, and there's a lot of theories out there of why and how and everything else. But at the end of the day, this is the culture we're in now, and I don't see it getting any better. It's just going to get worse.
I have become very selective on who I pick, but
Yep.
at the same time, it's like my customers have been absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
But I'm seeing more and more seediness,
Mm-hmm.
and they're seeing how they can get one over on you.
Yep.
And that's like, wow, really?
Right.
I'm not trying to get one over on you.
Right. Well, it's almost like it's the philosophy of strike first before being struck.
And that's
so
stupid.
They come at you
That is so
angry and everything. It's
stupid.
like, wow, just have a conversation.
You know,
We can have a conversation about this. It's not that
I
hard.
tell all my customers, especially when it's not like when they're doing trim work or even like big painting job, and the customer will go, "Oh my God, this is such a big job. I'm so overwhelmed." And I tell them, I said, "Listen, enjoy this journey. This is going to be cool.
Yeah.
Every nail you put in the house is going to be an improvement. It's going to be really great. you know?
Yep.
And I'm happy to be here. And I always say that, and you do too. You send thank you notes, and you go like, it was exciting for us. You know, we enjoy doing what we do, and we like making it better, this, that, the other thing. And it's, I have to, and I don't mean to be prejudiced. I don't mean to be this, but this is what I hear all the time. All the time. Rich people don't pay. That's what I hear.
Yeah.
I worked for a guy who was very wealthy. He was a philanthropist. He was amazing. He knew when it was lean in the winter, and he would call me and say, Jimmy, you got some time? I'm like, yeah, I do. He goes, why don't you come on over? I can find you some stuff to do. And he would do it. And he would, you know, and I was just like, wow, what a great guy, you know, and there were some great people out there. But I really don't want to work for somebody who looks down at me when I'm respecting them. I mean, that just doesn't, it's not right. I mean, even my employees and the guys I work with, I make it a point to really look at them and respect them and happy that I'm working with them and give them the time of day and give them their liberty that they deserve.
Absolutely.
You know?
Yep. Yeah, no. I mean, and what people don't realize too is a lot of the guys that we work with and that work for us, they're artists.
Yeah.
You know, the way that they can tile, paint, whatever it is.
Right.
It's not like somebody to look down upon. It's somebody to look at and go, wow, I wish I could do that.
Right. And, you know, I have to say, 98% of our customers really appreciate what we do.
Yep.
Everything we
Yep.
do. Happy that we show up in the morning. Just that we show up. I mean, customers have had,
Yeah, right.
they've given money to contractors, those scumbags, and they never show up again.
Yep.
They show up for a day or something, and then they walk away with $1,500 from the down payment, and they're never seen again.
And then they may come back 3 weeks later, work for a day, get another check, and then they're gone again.
Right.
You know, and it's unfortunate that that's, you know, part of the legacy that these, as you put in, scumbags, you know, have left for us. You know, now we have to try to somehow prove that we're not scumbags.
Okay. Here's another thing we have to do. We're dealing with a customer who's been ripped off by contractors.
Yep.
I've done it.
Yep.
I've had to deal with that. And one wrong move, and it wasn't even a wrong move. It was something they didn't even understand. And they're all over you. And it's like, no, that's wrong. You know? No, that's not right. No, it is nailed off. It is safe. You didn't see the other nails. Oh, and then it's like, oh, God, I'm so sorry. Thank you very much. I didn't realize. And I go, I know, I get it. I know. This has happened to you before.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I'm not going anywhere. It's all good. And it's just the relationships you always want to have. And I never want to get into that situation. I don't. But, you know, you get worried. I get worried about it. You know, I've seen, I don't know, maybe it's going to be a question of time when that's going to happen to me. But, you know, there's too many guys that I know. And I've been in the business now for 15, 16 years. And being on my own, yeah, I did get burned. I did get burned. I got burned from, you know, certain things. And, you know, I learned my lesson. And that's just, I'll never let that happen again. But I still, out of all of it, I really enjoy the outcome and the relationships that I have with people after I've worked on their house. You know, it's really, really great.
Oh, I mean, there's really nothing like finishing a job and having them be like, oh my God, this was amazing. It's beautiful. I mean, I have customers that I still talk to, you know, that will email about something. They're like, still enjoying my bathroom. It's so beautiful. Thank you so much. And it makes you feel good. I mean, that's why we do this. I mean, yes, we need to make money and we have to pay our bills and like everybody else.
Well, we got to pay bills.
But I mean, that's the reason why we do it. You know, and I always question too, I think, you know, and I think this happens probably to you as I know it happens to me, you know, sometimes we're trying to be too nice.
Yeah.
And somehow people see that as a weakness, you know, and
they take advantage of it.
Take advantage of it. It's like,
yeah,
you know, listen, I'm trying to be nice. You know, I'm not trying to nickel and dime you like a lot of these guys will. You know, that's why they come in with a lower bid, is because they haven't hit you with all the add-ons yet. I'm upfront and honest. I'm like, here it is. This is what's going to cost you, and we don't increase that as we go along unless there's a change order that has to get signed off on.
Right.
Yeah, I know it's frustrating. You know, and you know, homeowners out there too. Just one other thing, you know how you're always excited when we return a call or show up or anything else. Just kind of do it in reverse too. You know, if we send you out an estimate, just say not interested or something. Don't just disappear like a contractor does. So, you know, that's all I ask.
Yeah.
It's a two-way street.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and most people are always like, you know, they came out, they never gave me an estimate, blah blah blah. I just like to hear back from people and just say, you know, hey, sorry, went another way. Okay.
Right.
Good enough.
I'm going to stay small. I'm going to stay me and a couple other guys, and that's it. I'm not going to. I think the days the guys who build, and even the guys who are building, their crews aren't big either anymore. It ain't big like it used to be.
No. I mean, you have to be doing some serious numbers to be able to have a large crew.
Yeah.
And it's not me. I went that route a couple of times, and
it's tough.
It's a lot of work.
It's quality control. It's tough.
Yep. I'd rather do one job at a time and make sure it's done right.
I am constantly searching on product, and I'm constantly trying to be more aware of products that's out there that I don't like, and the customers like them, and it's just don't do it. Don't use it. Don't use.
I've got one customer right now that's doing a lot of work with us, and wants to sell. They're going to sell their house, so they're doing all this work to it. I am trying so hard to convince them not to do this. But do you know those shower walls that are really, really thin that you glue to the drywall?
That's a new thing, isn't it?
Well, they have the thicker ones, which aren't so bad. Swanstone makes one. They're a nice thick one, so that even though you glue it, it's substantial. This is the one that's it's flimsy, and you just try to get glue on, and you try to hold it in place, and you put tape on it.
No.
I'm like, this is not what you want to do.
No.
It's going to cost you a little bit more money, but just do something a little bit nicer, because it never comes out good even when you install it.
It looks tchotchke.
It does. It's
tchotchke.
Yeah, it's horrible. No,
so don't do
those
that.
are those are the type of products that I try to get people to stay away from. Jesus,
it's junk.
Yeah, just spend a little extra money.
Well, I speak up now, especially that when it comes to the cheap flooring. I'm like, no.
Cheap flooring.
Stop.
No. Yep.
Stop. I ain't putting it down.
Nope.
I'm not going to put it down. Because I'm going to be fighting with it, and you're going to be mad at me.
Right. You're the one that's going to get the call back over and over and over again. You're going to come back out. Yeah, it's broke. Yeah, it's broke. That's why it costs 69 cents a square foot.
Yeah.
That's the reason why.
That's why.
Look at us. We're so intelligent.
Yeah. I mean, we're seasoned.
We are seasoned. Listen to us.
On this
Listen to your contractors. Sometimes they actually have
some
good ideas.
Great ideas.
Yeah.
And I don't mind doing the research on it anyway.
Sure. No.
Because if they bring something up like, what do you think of this? I'm like, well, let me go find that out.
Yep.
Yeah,
no, I'm in agreement with you.
Yeah, so that's where we're at with that.
All right.
What else you want to talk about?
I don't know. I think I'm good.
Are you?
Yeah. I think we can wrap this one up.
We've had a freaking busy summer, man.
We have.
Busier
very,
than
very busy.
It's been busiest I've ever seen it.
It's funny. I was talking to Lumberyard though yesterday, the day before. Anyway, but they said that new construction is flat. It's flattened out.
Yeah,
it's not increasing anymore like it was for a little while.
People are just renovating, fixing.
They're just renovating. Yeah, improving what they got.
I can't believe in Connecticut how many more houses I'm seeing for sale.
Oh, I know, so many of them.
And it's mostly people are either changing lifestyle, retiring, but
a lot of them are getting the hell out of Dodge.
Getting the hell out of Dodge.
Yep. And I'll see you soon.
See you soon.
Save a spot for me on the beach.
That's right. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Well, I think we were positive on this broadcast, but I mean, there was just, we got a little bit emotional about the customer. You know?
Yep.
We love you. Don't hate us.
Right.
How about that?
Right. Spread the love.
Yeah. Spread the love.
Yeah. And save some decks. Is he going to come out? Is he going to come out next week, or is he still too damn busy?
Whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
I'll just bug him again.
Yeah.
Brian Scobie, come on out, deck savers. Jimmy, I'm so busy. I got deck savers. Okay, fine.
Yeah, tell him, what time does he usually end for the day? We can do it then.
Right.
What do we got going on?
Maybe he just doesn't want to be on the show.
Maybe. He's obviously not listening to it.
He's so funny. He's like, what's this going to cost me? I go, nothing.
Right now.
Right.
Try to come on in a year.
Right. When we're freaking big pants.
Right.
And we're snapping bands. Yeah. You'll be getting a call from our agent.
We'll see if we can fit you in for about 30 seconds. Whatever you can do. That's going to cost you about $4,500 just coming in the door.
Nice. I like it. Yeah. We're going to make a big
Maybe some. Right.
Yeah. We'll see.
Brian, I'm glad you're here. Take my Mercedes for a ride.
And clean it while you're at it.
No.
Fill it up with some gas, too.
That's right. All right, man. Let's get out of here.
All right, buddy. Let's do it.
I got to go.
Everybody, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
We'll see you next week.
Peace.
Bye.